Okay, I'm recording, which is good. This is again teaching. Hello, long time no see to lots of people. I'm David. Nice to meet you. I wanted to talk about some footnotes and my review on Iron Lung, which maybe some people have heard of or not heard of. It is based on a short indie game made by someone, I think David something, and Mark Fishbog decided to then make a movie out of it, which was about an hour and 70 minutes long. I went to go and watch it yesterday last night. It was very late. It was around 10 o'clock when I started watching it. And yeah, you know what? And I just wanted to go through a few things that I enjoyed about it. And I'm going to be honest, I like Mark. I've been watching him for a long time. I think a lot of people who went to watch the movie had watched him, or at least know of him. Um, but I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to make it go higher because it's Mark. I think it's not what people expect it to be. Well, at least it didn't come to me as something that I expected it to be, and it was better and a little worse than I expected it to be. So yeah, anyway, I'll go by sort of it was really good. There were parts of the movie that really caught me off guard, as if I was watching a Hollywood movie, yet it never felt like one. That was something that really impressed me with it being such an independent movie and directed by Mark and pretty much funded by Mark, pretty much. It never felt like a Hollywood movie. It's very detached from how a Hollywood movie is structured these days, and it definitely felt different. Um, there were parts of the movie that was really really good. I think the sound design was fascinatingly really well done. I think they did an excellent job. I think his team and knows where they were falling low, and they really used what they were low at to elevate in certain aspects. Because the movie is set on a Lovecraftian sort of setting, where he's a convict and he's in a submarine going on a blood moon, a moon of an ocean of blood. And the game itself, which I've only watched Let's Plays of, is, a pretty sort of mundane, moving kind of indie game, which, I was thinking, how the hell is he going to make a movie out of this? But he did. And it was, yeah, and he did a really good job. The game itself is about almost like 2% of what the actual movie is. I feel like there's almost they really just took the core of what the game is and made a whole different thing about it, and I thought that was really good, and I enjoyed it, and the Lovecraftian world was really cool. I was sort of searching for more, to know more about the characters, to know more about the environment. So I've got to say that was impressive. I did enjoy that. I did really do it. I did enjoy the story. Um, and before upsetting anyone, Mark is a subpar actor. And it's not his fault. He's not a professional actor, and it's not what his job is. I think he played well for what the character was. I think there was moments he shined, and I think moments he just died off in terms, and it really took me out of the movie, which was a real shame. I think he's talented. I think he's talented in very many other ways than his acting. I think his cinematography was incredible. I think the prop design was really good. I mean, when you have a setting that is still, and I think the movie that I sort of thought of as like a single scene based thing, you could think of some Black Mirror episodes, but I was thinking of Buried, I think Buried Alive, or either one of the two, Buried or Buried Alive. And it is just, I mean, in terms of budget, it's just a guy in a tomb and it's slowly filling up and everything. And anyway, and it's sort of similar in terms of that, but I don't know how they made an environment really interesting whilst having it being very similar but also evolving. I think that this, because the submarine changes sort of perspective so often, you would expect things to be repetitive, but it's not. I think that he's done a really, really good job. Like I was impressed with that part. CGIs and also practical effects, I think, was good. Like I was worried, and I put this in my subnotes after the movie, which was I expected it to look more like a YouTube movie, and it wasn't, and that kind of threw me off guard. Yet it also is not a Hollywood movie. It is genuinely. It's that YouTube movie, which is just as a joke in my, well, not a joke, sorry, but it's that sort of limit between YouTube sort of made movie, Hollywood movie, and then you've got this very strict line that is obviously, it's a very independent, obviously an indie movie, and you can tell it's like, at least in terms of feel. Personally, I thought it felt indie, and it was good. It was good. That is where I'm cutting my review at. It was good. Do I think it's the most amazing film I've ever seen? No, but I don't think anyone should go in expecting it to be one of the best movies ever written. It's a good indie movie for someone that is first time directing. I don't think I gave it an unfair mark. I was navigating between two marks initially, but then after pondering about it, rethinking about it, I think he does deserve this overall score that I did end up giving him. I think also the other thing to point out, though Mark is not a very good actor, the people around him, in my opinion, were very strong. Now, because they're doing more of a voice sort of recording, if not kind of radio chatter, because it is mostly Mark in the sub, I think they did a really, really good job. Like I was impressed. There was moments I was like really caught on by the almost the subplot characters, well, the main plot, but so on. But yeah, I've got to say, I'm humbly chuffed. I don't think it's. Will I go and watch it again? No, because I don't watch movies twice. But I don't watch any movies twice. Do I think it's worth a watch? Sure. Like if you have the free time, go and watch it. It's an interesting movie. I don't think you'll be blown away. I think it's a very average movie. The scores that I was navigating on initially as I came out was between 4 and 6. I think 4 because I think some moments were because of his acting. I think his acting really, really, really hurt the movie at points. Because there's moments you're really like you're into it, like the environment is really telling its own story, and they're doing a really, really good job with the camera quality and the camera moves, and I'm really captivated by it. And then like Mark will do something and it takes me out of it, and it's maybe because I'm going in with the perspective that I know he's a YouTuber, so there's that as well. But yeah, I think it. Oh, and also the other thing, it was not a scary movie. Like personally, I didn't think it was very scary. I thought it was very like, what do you call it? It's like thriller. It's a thriller. It's not really a scary horror movie. I wouldn't consider it a horror movie. It wasn't a horror. I enjoyed it though. So in the end, I settled for 5.7 out of 10. I think that's very reasonable. I think that's very good. For him as well. I don't think it's a bit high in my opinion. I think that's the higher mark that I could have given him. I think realistically that's a good mark for him, because it's a good independent movie. If you look away from everything, I think it's a good movie. You take it sort of as it is, it's a good movie. So beyond anything else, well done to Mark. I think he did an incredible job. think his team did an incredible job. I'm excited to hear about what other people think about it. I wanted to think about doing something more like realistic, and not as like a complete fanboy, because again, I'm not particularly a big fanboy of Mark, but I've watched him for most of my childhood, and I like movies, so I thought, well, as an independent movie, I want to sort of, put my sixpence in and just be like, hey, by the way, I've watched it, and yeah, the attendance was good as well. But yeah, that's it. Like and subscribe, put in your comments whatever you guys thought about it if you have watched it. I know most of the lads on the channel have not and won't watch it, so I went to go to the cinema by myself to watch it. But yeah, anyway, if you are interested, talking about it or whatever, I don't know, talk amongst yourselves. Fucking don't talk to me. After this, I'm not. Fuck you. Wait, what? I do not want to talk to you. Actually, fuck you. I'm leaving.